Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Okay, today we are going to continue our next class for programming techniques under chapter 3, input and output operations. So, happy Deepavali for your holiday last week. Okay, last week also I went to a lot of places. Okay, and I did not forget. I did not forget to upload the chapter 2 files up until on Saturday. Okay, so if you found in Kalam, okay, if you look at into Kalam, you will see that I already uploaded chapter 2 lab sheet, and this week I will upload chapter 3 lab sheet. Okay, so both lab sheet I put the due until next Tuesday class. Okay, so I will highlight them again later on during the class. So once you already finish all those lab sheet, please submit them because the lab sheet is the proof of attendance of the lab. Okay, since we will not have a face-to-face lab session, so we will use the lab sheet as a proof of you attending the lab. So meaning that you have to do and submit them in the lab. Okay, as the lab. So it will not be graded as a part uh, of your marks for the carry marks or something like that. Okay, but it is as a proof of attendance for your lab session, so you have to submit them. So the questions are not that difficult. Okay, so you can just do them and submit them once you have finished. So try to do them before the deadline. Okay, so this week under chapter 3, input and output operations. Okay, before we start, everybody can hear me loud and clear, right?
Yes, doctor, very clear.
Okay, good. So, okay, let's start our class now. Okay, so this week objective, okay, is that we will try to understand and try to learn about how to declare and define variable, identifier, and constant identifier. And then we will going to try to understand how the input and output operation work. And then we will use okay, we will try to practice to use and manipulate the input and output operation. So you have done some of it before, okay? So like for example, before this, we have those printf, right? So you guys familiar with the printf? Okay, printf is one of the output operation that you will commonly use later on during the course. And if you are going to code with C, later on you will going to keep using that most of the time. Okay, so this is a simple program that you have done so far. Okay, include stdio.h, integer main, printf, welcome to C, return 0. Okay, so when you want to print a line of text, like for example, you want to display, okay, so if I say print, you might think of printing into a paper. No, it's a display, a line of text inside your terminal. Okay, the black window where the words come out is what we call terminal. Okay, when you want to display something at the terminal, we will going to use printf, like what you did before, hello world, whatever, right? Okay, so in lab 2 you will have some sample codes that for you to run, okay, and for you to play around with. Okay, so it should not be that difficult. You can see that I already created codes for you that you just play around with it only. Okay, so when you want to write a code, okay, this code is simple. Okay, this one is a really simple code, so you don't need to write notes or anything, right? Okay, when your codes reach up until hundreds or thousands, okay, like for my masters I write more than 5,000 line of codes. Okay, for my PhD even more. And then for codes, you might need to put in, like for example, segmentation, that so that you can understand what area of this code is used for, what area of this code is used for. So usually we will insert something like this, star, slash star, and end it with star slash. Okay, so here between the slash star and star slash, you can write anything and it will not be recorded as the code. Okay, in this case, you will write to write about this program is about what, and then here you write a functions, a variable. Okay, a declaration of variable. What kind of variable you are using for you to explain, for you to remember when you look back into the codes. Okay, into the code. So you have this one local variable declaration, and then you create statements. Okay, so this is where you do the documentation. Okay, the way that you do documentation, so that when you submit your codes, okay, the lecturer, if you I'm marking your codes, I don't need to figure out What is this about? What is this about? Okay, I can just read at your notes. Okay, this code is about what. Okay, this line is about this. Okay, so this is a very good practice that you do when you want to do coding. Okay, so last time I show you about the declaration of variables, okay, identifiers. Like for example, I show you about integer, float, double, character. Character bracket is what we're going to use today. Okay, and then we have long short. Long short we rarely use now. We only use this one. Okay, long short is a type of variable where you want to define a really small number. Okay, so that is not really necessary for now. For now, if you use float to define a fraction number, it's already good enough. Okay, so when you want to define a variable, whether it's an integer, okay, where it's a character, okay, we will start with here. Like for example, the variable is a constant, means that for example pi 3.142, speed of light 3.0 times 10 power of 8. Okay, so that one you have to write it really clearly in fraction number if you want to use speed of light. Okay, so all of those these variables, okay, will not be changed during the codes because it's already always permanently the same 3.142. So you can define, instead of just define them by float pi, you can define them as constant float pi, okay, at the top of your code. So you will not, the pi will not change. And if accidentally you use pi for another variable, okay, there will be an error because pi you already defined as a constant in the beginning of the code. Other than that, instead of using constant, you can use hashtag define. Okay, hash define, where you have hash define pi no equal 3.142. Okay, this is also example of constant identifier. I think that chemical and biology you will use a lot of constant, right? So when you do the coding, if you afraid that you might accidentally rewrite the constant, okay, reuse the constant, the variable that is used of the constant, so you can just define it at the top of your code, and the remaining part of the code, if you accidentally change them, it will cause an error. Okay, so and then, okay, then normally when you want to declare the variable, okay, for example integer, float, character, okay, you will declare them with the data type and also the variable name. So data type, variable name, variable name. So if it's the same data type, okay, and you have multiple variable, you can use is like one data type, and with separate of comma, you have multiple variable here. So when you write code, okay, you have your source code, okay, the input output flow. This is the input output flow. So when you have your source code, you need to identify where the data coming from. Sometimes the data coming from as a constant you define inside your codes, or as a variable you input through your keyboard or something like that, or something that you read from file. Okay, so there are source of the data, and there's a program, okay, and there's the destination. So basically the source is the input, program is the process that create the output. So the input can be standard input device, the output can be standard output device, and also the input can be data file, or even the output can be also be a data file. Yes, you can read data from a file and produce another file, a different file. Okay, so using coding. So example of input activities here, you have how to transfer and store data to the computer. Means that you code a program that record the number ID of the student. So student have to key in every number ID, and the computer will record them and create a file storing that all those information. Okay, so you might use keyboard, you might use touchscreen, you might use mouse response from user. But for the programming techniques this semester, we only will be using keyboard as a sole input output source. Okay, if you use other language, they might use camera or they might use sound. Okay, this is due to availability of the library lah. Okay, so and then also the input that we are going to use also might come in the form of file. So for the exercise later on, we might use a text file for you to read data from text file and put it into the program to produce something in the display or save as another file. Okay, so usually all those data, they will be stored as variables. So you might have data, numerical data, that will be stored as float or integer, or you might have like alphabetical data. So this one might be stored as characters inside your computer. So you need to understand the type of data you want to input in order to write the code perfectly. So if you use different data type in your codes, and when you write in different data type, your code will not work perfectly. So for output, okay, so you can view all those output based on your screen, okay, your display, or even sound. Okay, there's a lot of way to produce an output, vibration, even your phone. Okay, so for this class we only will display output on screen or in form of file. Okay, so the output is basically the outcome of the process that has been done by your program. This is where the benefit of coding comes in, means that you can produce, your codes can produce what you intended to do or not. Okay, okay, so this one I can skip first. Okay, so for input, how to read an input from your keyboard. Okay, so you have been introduced with Printf before. So right now I'm going to introduce you with Scanf. So Scanf with two colon. Okay, two colon here, double colon left and right side, and in the middle is %s. Okay, %s, and with here is pointer A. Okay, so this one is just the syntax. Okay, I will explain to you later on. You don't need to memorize it yet. Okay, so scanf, what scanf it do is that it waits for your input, your keyboard input, and then the information that it gets from the keyboard input will be stored in a memory location of A. Okay, memory location inside your PC. So the scanf can scan in terms of strings of characters. String of characters means a lot of alphabets, or character, one small character, A, B, C. Usually when you type, you install software in your PC, you have yes or no, yes or no, Y, N. So that one is where they ask for you to enter in a character Y or N. Okay. So here next we have decimal integer. Next we have floating point numbers, and then you have exponential notation floating point, octal integer, hexadecimal integer, percent sign. Okay, we commonly use up until floating point numbers only. Slash %s, %c, %d, %i, and %f up until this point only. Okay, if you are going to be more advanced, you might consider this one as well. Okay, so when you want to put in okay, some information, okay, inside a variable, okay, variable name. So the variable name, okay, here is age, distant, favorite character, and this n represent location, memory location of your variable here. So where inside your computer, okay, is located, okay, the variable is located. So n represent the memory location of age, the memory location of distance, memory location of every characters. So all the data information that you key in your keyboard will be stored in the memory location of age or distance of every character. So that's why we put n here, because we want to represent memory location. Okay, so this is an example of you using scanf. Instead of percent slash star or star slash, you can also use double slash like this one. But double slash only limits you to write in to exclude one line only. Okay, one line. So here integer main character A 10. Okay, A bracket 10. So here means that we will have character A consists of 10 10 symbols, alphabet symbols. Okay, and we have character A contain 10 alphabet symbol. So here you have printf hello, what is your name, slash n. Slash n represent skipping one line. And then you have scanf %s with a location A at location A, and then you entered the %s, which is A. So we have here get car. Get car here is waiting for user to press any key to end the program. So let's see I can demonstrate this or not. Uh, okay, so we can summarize. Too big. Okay, scanf. So we put it this side here. Okay, let's open a file. No, create a new one. New one, empty file. Okay, we save here first. Okay, so let's start integer, or we need to put stdio.h. And then we include integer main. Inside here, character A10. And then here we have printf. Hello, what is your name? N slash n. And you have scanf. Okay, so let's start with this one first. Okay, let's compile them. So I have zero error, zero warning here. Okay, when I run it, this kind of things happen. Hello, what is your name? Okay, this is where your printf here appears. And here you have a space blinking. Means here that he is waiting for me to enter in some kind of information for it to read. So I put in my name is Shafiq and I press enter. Okay, and then you enter Shafiq. Okay, so here is what is represent. Okay, Shafiq here is insert as variable A. Okay, and when it call out in printf, this percent s will collect all those characters inside variable A and produce it in the terminal. Okay, so this is what happened when you do the coding. Okay, so here when you want to write something like this, okay, this one I hope you will not get confused. This one supposedly like this green. Okay, and this one also green. So why I did color them green? So this one supposedly, like for example here, I put in uh, this code is about scanf. Okay, so when I want to save the notes here, okay, this line will interfere with the codes. Okay, because the computer thought that this is a code. So in case here, I can use either this one, okay, and star slash, okay, it will remove it as a code. Okay, or you can use like this. Instead of you using this one, you can use like this. Okay, so this one is also fine. Why sometimes people use slash star star slash, or sometimes people they use double slash. So if you use slash star star slash like here, okay, it will key in up until it will exclude a lot. Okay, it will exclude a lot. You can exclude a lot of codes. Okay, you can even exclude up until the bottom here. Okay, like this one. Okay, you can exclude, or you want to exclude up until here. So it's easy to exclude a lot of line of code at once. However, if you use double slash, it only exclude the line. So the benefit of this thing is that, okay, you can write codes here, double slash, this is print, for example. Okay, and then here you put in, copy here, put here, this is scan. Okay, this is print. So you see that when you write the code here, okay, the notes at the back does not interfere with the code. So you can write any command that you want here for your practice or for your learning. So you can include even here. Okay, Dr. Shafiq said that here is a variable containing 10 characters. Okay, so you can write your notes like this. Let me close the. Okay, so this make your life easier when you want to refer back to your notes. So you can open the .c file easily. Okay, like for example, if I save here in 3.1, okay, open. So which one? 3.1. Okay, you want to open the file using Notepad. Okay, you can see your Notepad here. Okay, however, it doesn't have the color as what it shows inside the code blocks. Okay, so you have to color it out. If you use in Microsoft Word, you can color it out easily. Okay, so usually that this is how I view the codes of from you. In case you write .c file, so I don't have any error, I view it using Notepad. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have written this properly. So when okay, get character down there, what is get character? Get character 0. Okay, so let's exclude this one first. Okay, when you commonly run your codes, okay, when here, what is your name? I put A. Okay, you written A. The codes finish immediately. Press any key to continue. Already finished. So when I put get character here, so what happened is that when I key in, yeah, it asked me what is your name. I put A. Okay, the same thing. Same thing. Get character. No error. The same thing that it has here. Okay, press anything to continue. So for code blocks, okay, basically the get character is pausing the terminal like this one. Okay, when you put something, okay, it doesn't close the terminal immediately. If you're using other platform for coding, okay, you might need to put this one because it will close immediately after you run it. Okay, for code blocks like this case, okay, you put A, okay, it pause a while. So this one is because we have get character in using code blocks. Okay, if not, once the you enter it, it already finished, it turn off the terminal. Okay, that's why they put in get character here. So get character also, they have another function that I'll mention later. Okay, so printf, I think you are clear about printf. Let me show you. Okay, this one is better. Okay, for printf, so printf is where you have the control string and or one more value. So here is where you want to display a lot of things in your terminal. You use printf. I think you are clear with this already. Okay, when you want to display your name like here, okay, your name is what you name. Okay, the value of file is this one. So here you have %.2f. %.2f represent the number of decimal for the floating number. Okay, like for example, if I close this one for a while, okay, so you have entered, like for example, I have float pi equal 3.142. Okay, so when I'm using like something like this, I want to print f pi. Okay, I can use float first, percent float. Okay, when I run it, what happened when I run it? Okay, let's exclude this code first. Okay, I'm going to use slash star and star slash. Okay, so when I run, okay, this means that my code is only the printf pi here. Okay, this one has been excluded. Okay, so when I run this one, okay, it automatically display 3.1420000. Okay, when you reduce this number, okay, you want only for 2 decimals. What happened when you compile it again? You can see here it's only 3.14. Okay, you want to expand it a little bit, 4 digit percent. Okay, here you have 3.1420. Okay, so this is the function of the dot 2 here. Okay, so here you have to print out expression also can. Expression is the way that you do the calculation inside the printf as well. Okay, this one is not easily recommended. You create another new variable, also much more safe for your codes. Okay, just to avoid mistakes in your codes later on. Okay, so there are also a lot of things inside printf that can help you create a beautiful how can I say, a beautiful display when you want to display them in the terminal. So like for example, new line slash n. So you want to skip one line and display in a new line. Okay, like for example, I use this one slash n here, so that when you key in your information here, it will key in a new line under the line that display this one. Okay. So, okay, so here is a sample code. Okay, for now, I would like you guys to try in your own computer to try and run this one. Oh, no. Oh, this one is a part of the exercise. Okay, never mind. We try to skip this one first. Let's go towards the exercise immediately. So here we have okay, here we have the variable type and conversion characters. Okay, conversion character is the one that inside scanf and printf here. When you use the variable as integer, you need to use %d, %i, or when you use float, %f, something like that. Okay, so here for practice right now, okay, user is required to enter age and gender, and the system will print the entered age and gender. So please try and open your code blocks and try to do this one first. Okay, let's just I put it this way is better, right? Okay, so please try and do this now. Okay, I'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, try to do the codes first. Okay, I give you the question here. Okay, try to do this one first. Okay, how was it? Can you do it? Hello, hello, hello. Anybody want to volunteer to me? How to do it? Hello, hello, hello. Test, test, test. Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Kejap
Yes,
je tengah
Doctor.
tengah nampak.
Copy paste here 3 kali because you're going to enter age and gender, and the system will print the entered age. Okay, I'll do one for you. Okay, and then you guys try another one. Okay, so age, variable age. So variable age, you need to define it as what? Integer, right? Because it's an age. Okay, so then for printf, okay, please enter your age. Okay, I like to do it this way. Okay, then you put in scanf slash percent d. And here you need to remember to put in n. Okay, h. Okay, so what happened here? Let's take a look. Okay, no errors. So when I key in something, it will appear like this. Please enter your age. You notice that because I did not put /n, okay, it will continue on the right side, not continue downwards. If you put /n, it will continue downwards. So I key in my age. Okay, I forgot to put in to display. Printf. Okay, your age. You are %d years old. Okay, for the %d, we will replace with age. Okay, so let's take a look what happened. Okay, please enter your age. Yeah, okay, I'm entering my age as 30. Okay, you are 30 years old. Okay, so you see that it appears here. Okay, so now try to do for gender. Okay, how do you do it for gender? Okay, can somebody show it to me how you do it? Anybody here want to volunteer? Basically, you just copy paste the code and then you change the variable and also some of the codes there. So coding is a lot of them are about copy pasting lah. Okay, anybody wants to demonstrate how to do the gender part? Okay, you guys still not confident, right? Okay, let's just, okay, here is how I do it. Okay, look at the screen here. Okay, so here when I'm doing this, okay, I do age. So I just copy another one. Okay, and I want it to display the gender, right? Please enter your gender. I displace age down here with gender.
Doctor,
Yep,
I don't know if it's just me, but the screen is quite blurry.
blurry or blurry.
Yeah, I cannot see.
Can you see now?
No.
No,
Doktor blur pula. Blur doktor. Saya pun tak nampak.
tak nampak. Just now
Dia
ke atau
nampak
sebelum?
tapi macam resolution dia macam
Rendah ya?
dan
Okay, okay, like, okay, let's share my screen lah here. Okay, you guys can see now or not? Hello?
Can.
Clear?
Can.
Clear?
Yes. Doktor saya nak tanya Scanf yang ID ke tu?
Percent
Percent
D.
D. Yang age tu dia punya merah tu apa?
N.
And okay.
Okay, so here percent C, gender. Okay, here is percent C. Okay, so because I want to display the age and also gender same, I put in the on the top down here. Okay, so I did not declare the gender yet. So I need to declare character gender. Okay. Okay, so here what happened when I do it? Oh, I still forgot what did I forgot? Oh yeah. Okay, okay, so no error. Let's run it. Here I put the answer here is please enter your age. Okay. Okay, please enter your age. I put in 30, and then it asks me, oh, why is it not working? Person C, person gender. Oh, something wrong.
Doktor nak tanya,
Yeah.
kalau char tu saya buat, kenapa bila saya tulis mail dia keluar M je?
Oh, sebab dia satu ni je, satu variable saja. Sebab dia satu alphabet saja yang boleh. Kalau satu char. Okay, why is it's not working? Sekejap ya, saya ada something I did wrong.
So tak boleh tulis mail, kena tulis M atau F je.
Okay, untuk mail, why I'm not working? You are 30 years old, you are. Dia boleh sepatutnya. Sekejap something wrong kat sini. Why is it? What did I did wrong? Supposedly dia boleh do banyak kali. Like for example, you put here H2. Ada something wrong dengan code block saya ke? Okay, please enter your age 30. Your age 30. Oh, cuma gender ni tak boleh, tak keluar. Okay, maybe I need to put in here male. 5, I put 6. Okay, so put S. Oh yeah, forgot. Not %C, it's supposed to be %S. Let me see. Try again. Okay, sekejap ya yang pasal nak male dengan female tu nanti saya explain Okay, remove this one first. Okay, here enter age. Okay, now can. M. Okay, you are 30 years old. And then, where is my male? Not display. I think something wrong with my code blocks. %S. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, in case I put it 6. Okay. The male. Okay. So, siapa yang tadi bertanya tadi? Minta maaf.
Saya.
Okay, Luqman Kenapa kena ada ni? Okay, sepatutnya satu karakter saja boleh. Kita tahu kenapa code block tak jalan dengan okay. So, yang ni okay, in case you want to put male, okay, you need to put in 6, the number of character here. So, you can put male or female lah. So, here, in case you have, you are a female, okay, you are age 30, you are female, okay, you are 30 years old. Something error lah dekat saya punya ni. Okay, 30 years old, you are female. I don't know why. Sepatutnya dia keluar 30 ni. Okay, so this is one of the issue lah. I'm not sure why. %DH. Is it because why it is registered as D? Never mind lah, I check back later lah. Supposedly it can, okay, register you as 30 years old, but I don't know what's the problem with microbyte. I need to restart it. Okay, so save first. Okay, kalau you want to put in as female or male, here you have to put in 6, so you can key in 6 character FEMALE here. So I need to restart my code block first. Yes. There's something wrong because I'm using a different language keyboard. So I'm afraid that something that I type might not show up properly because the code block doesn't recognize it well. %D, okay. Okay, your age 30, your gender male. Okay, now okay. So here you see that I entered age 30, gender male. You are 30 years old, you are male. Okay, if I put in female, Here, your age 30, female. Okay, you are 30. Now comes back. I don't know why. Become 0 years old. Female. Okay, let's just remove this one. Is it okay or not? Supposedly code block doesn't allow usage of memory. Cannot. Need to use that one. So I don't know why. I think something wrong with my PC memory. If I key in something, okay, it doesn't appear. So my age, female. So female. I don't know why. Why when I key in female, it becomes 0 years old. When I key in male, it becomes 30 years old. 30. Okay, male. 30 male. Okay, I don't know what's wrong here. same input, but I don't know why it's different between 30 and 0 here. Might influence. But this, yeah.
Kod saya sama tapi dia tak nak baca scanf untuk gender.
Kenapa? Ada forgot this code. Percent the end.
Saya dah ikut dah doktor tapi dia tak boleh dia boleh run tapi dia tak dapat scanf.
Okay, let's try. Okay, saya put dekat comment. Okay, I put in the comment. Okay, you guys. Okay. Okay. Sorry, Aina Shakira, I tak perasan you punya message. Okay, you want to share your screen ya? Okay, jumpa try code saya, boleh tak? Okay, you can try here. My code's there. This is also concern.
Boleh.
Boleh? Keluar perfectly tak?
Perfect.
Ke dia punya ni, sebab saya punya ni when I run it, it becomes 0 years old, female. But male is 30 years old. I don't know why female is 0 years old. Can you guys try it? So age here, put male, come out as 30 years old. Okay, if I put in different ni lah.
Oh, doktor, female pun saya dapat 0 years old.
0 years old.
Doktor.
Okay, let's try.
Doktor.
Oh, missed that. My code the problem. 0 years old, age 24. Oh, this is a mystery. I don't know what I did wrong. Okay, let me try extend it a little bit. 7. Okay, who can explain to me what happened? Just now, okay. See? If I put in my age 30, female. Okay, 30 years old, female. Okay, if I put 6, I cannot. Why? Anybody can explain to me why? Anybody can explain to me why? Nobody. I don't know. Actually, I also don't know why. This might be because of code blocks. If you're using a normal compiler, it should be okay. I don't know what's wrong. If you know something wrong here, okay, you can share with me later. So to be safe, instead of exactly 6, you can put it more, 7 or 8. I think this might be influenced by the memory usage inside your computer. Okay, code block using the memory, how they use the code blocks using the memory might be one of the problem. So you need to make another space. Okay. So, okay, now we finish the first part for Scanf. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, you want to share screen? Anis, who want to share their screen? Okay, you can share your screen now. Aina Shakira, you want to share your screen about what you do? You can share with me now. Nobody want to share? Everything fine? Okay, you can write your code perfectly. Okay, no. Okay, in case there are no problem, let's move on. Okay, let's try another one. User will be required to enter his or her name, age, gender, height in cm, and weight in kilogram. After that, the system will print out the entire information. Okay, so let's try this one next. Okay, you extend it with height in centimeter and weight in kilogram. So just for your information, height and weight can be in float. So when you use float, you need to use %f. Okay, anybody else wants to show what they're doing? Okay, so let's continue from here. Okay, so I just put in another two variables. Okay. So here I put in, okay, gender need to be on top. Age, gender. Okay, now I want to do kilogram weight. So please enter your weight. So please enter your height. So cm. So since they are fraction number, we are going to use float for those two. So here you put in float, kg and cm. Okay, so now let's copy paste this printf to do another two. So here is for kg and here is for cm. So here is float. Okay, so let's run the codes. Okay, no problem here. Okay, let's run the codes here. Please enter your age. Okay, you see my screen? Oh, wait. Cannot see clear. Okay, you can see that here I insert new lines for kg and cm. Okay, kg and cm here. So I run it. So I put my age 30, gender male, weight put in 60 kilogram, and your height is 180. Okay, you can see that you are 30 years old, you are male, you are 60, blah blah blah, you are 180, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's just tidy up this a little bit. Okay, so you need space. So when you need space, put /n here and put /n down here as well. /n down here as well. Okay, you need to put in units. cm, weight kg. Okay, let's take a look again. Once you have tidy up. Okay, next we look at what is the output. 30 male. Okay, your weight. I put 80 and then height 180. Okay, you can see that you have here, you are 30 years old, you are male, you are 80 kilogram, and you are 180 centimeter. Okay, let's try to make the zero a little bit less. So here I put .1 f, .1 f. So here, what happened is that, okay, when I put in 30, male, 80, and height is 180, you can see that the decimal at the back has been reduced to 1 only. Okay, 1.0. Okay. Okay. Okay, is it blur? Still blur? Is it still blur or okay now? The screen blur or not?
Okay, okay.
Okay. So don't worry, my video is in HD. You can look back in the video later on. Okay. Okay, so once you are done with this one, okay, let's take a look at this question again. What is the input, process, output, flowchart, coding? Okay, all this you will answer in the lab sheet. Okay. So this is modifiers for your float. Okay, like I mentioned before, you can reduce the decimal of your float by typing the number of decimal that you want at %f. Okay, here for get character is for you pausing the execution. It will wait for your enter to continue certain part. Okay, put character is more like scanf. And get string is also like scanf, but this one is another format. Okay, you can use put as, also similar to scanf. So we have a lot of codes that you can use. Okay, but for particular, if you want to use for just choose one that you are most suitable with, I think it's best for you to just use scanf. Okay, so then we have a lot of practice here that inside your lab sheet. Okay, hopefully you can look into your lab sheet later on, okay, to continue your exercise. Okay, so before we finish the task, okay, let's do one last task here. Practice. The next practice is, okay, this question. User is required to enter name with parent or family name and age. The output will be entered information. Okay, so let's create one last file here. Okay, so let's try to include what you need to remember. Remember what you should need to do. Let's include this one first. Okay, so you have here name. So name you need to put in character. Okay, name with how many alphabets? 12. So and then you need age. Can I put scanf? Wait, here first. Okay, scanf. Supposedly you can do something like this. Okay, percent string space percent d. What am I doing right now? I'm trying to combine all of them into one scanf only. So don't forget for scanf, different than printf, you need to put n symbol. Then put output. Your name is percent %s. You are percent %d. Oh. Okay, let's try compile. Should have no problem. Okay, so when you run it, he asked me, please enter your name and age. Put in, oh, it should make a little bit space. /n. Okay, ask me, please enter your name and age. Shafiq, space 30. Okay, and then you see that the output is your name is Shafiq, you are 30 years old. Okay, so try now. This is simple codes.
Doktor,
Yep.
dekat line last kali tu kan, apa sahaja kita kena tulis name dengan age tu juga?
Yang mana? Yang ni?
Yang wanita tulis.
Okay, yang ni supaya information yang kita sedut sini untuk read your information, dia akan save dalam variable name. Okay, so here because saya nak dia display information name ni, okay, percent %s here is referred to this name. Okay, you understand? Kalau saya tak letak
Faham.
name,
Jadi,
kalau saya tak letak name ni, dia tak tahulah dia nak percent %s ni refer to what variable.
oh, kalau kita letak age dulu, dia akan
Kalau letak age dulu, dia akan confuse because here the first one is percent %d. Okay, let's just for sake of learning. What happen if I put age first? Okay, what happen if I put age first? Okay, no error, right? So let's put out.
Yeah.
Okay, put my name. Space 30. What happened?
Dia tak keluar.
Yes, because why? Age should refer to percent %d. Okay, name refer to percent %s. So percent %s should come first, so name should come first. Percent %d should come later. Or you can use another way around, like here. Let's terbalikkan. What happened? Okay, here you see that. Put my name. Your name is 30. You are Shafiq years old. You see?
Okay, faham.
Faham tak? Faham? Okay.
Faham.
Okay, so fix it back. Okay, any other question?
Doktor,
Ya, yeah,
saya nak share screen boleh?
boleh. Sekejap ya.
Okay.
Okay, can share your screen now. Okay. Okay, what's wrong there? Okay, close, turn off that one first. Okay, let me see your code. Okay, oh, kenapa ada plus dekat situ sebelah name? Supposedly should not have that one. Okay, try compile again. No, build first, build first. You edit the file, so you need to build first. Okay, run. Huh? Okay, jap, tutup kejap. Oh, you are wrong. Sepatutnya, okay, you punya semicolon. Okay, what different between yours and mine? Okay, you look at you punya Scanf dengan saya punya Scanf. Okay, look at saya punya Scanf. Apa different dia? Boleh tengok dekat saya punya ni. Saya punya uh, apa ni? Kamera. Tak perlu saya share screen. Okay, you can look at what is the difference between your Scanf and my Scanf. Boleh nampak? Aina share je screen tadi. Awak tengok dekat saya punya kamera. Saya ada besarkan. Boleh you share screen awak tadi? You see what is the difference? Boleh nampak tak different? So you see, tengok dekat you punya end name dengan end age. Dia berada dalam semicolon kan? Okay. Supposedly yours this one. Kat mana? Ini percent D. Lepas percent D, after percent D. And also the bottom one, okay, dekat printf bawah tu pun sama. See? So these are variables, okay, that you want to show. Okay, it's not a part of showing the result lah. Okay, so this one also. Wrong tu masih salah. Dekat printf bawah tu salah tu. You see dekat mana? Look at the screen, look at my screen. Where did I put this one? The double colon one. Supposedly name dengan age yang dekat belakang tu excluded daripada colon tu. No, wrong. Look into my screen after the years old. So now what is the problem here that Aina did is that, okay, the variable that being scanned dengan being displayed at the end, okay, is not properly defined in printf and scanf. Okay, so now run, Aina. So should have no problem lah. See? Okay. So what happened here? This name okay, is variable. Variable that will replace the %s here. Okay, you look at my window here. Okay, my camera. This %s, okay, is from variable name. This %d is from variable age. Okay, so name and age here should be included at the back so that the printf know if %s will refer to the variable name, %d will refer back to variable age. Okay, so same thing with scanf. %s will be with variable name, %d will be with variable age. Okay, okay, so you have any other question? Let me change my screen back. Okay, do you have any other question?
No, Doctor.
No question? Any other question? Boleh faham ke? Do you understand so far? Okay, how to use printf, scanf. Okay, if you understand, okay, let's take the attendance for today before we end our class.
Doktor,
Yep.
kan untuk yang name tu kan ada
Ah.
12 kan. Dia include dengan space juga ke?
Ya, dia include space juga.
Okay.
Okay, any other question? Okay, so that, okay, let's end our class for today. I'll see you guys next week. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.